Okay, continue where we left off. Yeah, when I brought up a little bit from that final part of the part one of this commentary, so there was a lot of stuff. Like after he learned about the whole, qualities means, and I guess Mirror Fullerton just saw his video of Duncan versus Amon rematch, and he did reply me with a message, and he did say this like, I feel like I want to make another rant because I don't think Zavio Gambo learned his lesson. Rest assured, if non-Disney vs. Worst Villains was ever made, I will never use Duncan nor Total Drama, period. And I asked him if he would, the choice if he would do it or not. And he just says, well, I wouldn't do that just yet, but I would do that if he keeps on more of Duncan obsession. I can't remember how it goes, but I think the message was like gone already. So when I was still doing the commentary on Disney Villains War 2, hold on. Although I did ask Zavio if he was surprised that Disney did bought Indiana Jones. He said he never knew that Disney bought Indiana Jones, and yes, it's the same as Power Rangers. And yeah, he's never seen Indiana Jones, just like with Bambi. Dude, you really need to go to every movie theaters or look them up online just to see them. I mean, it wouldn't kill you to go and rent the movies at video stores or order them online. Although he did ask me, Zavio did ask me, I want to tell you something, which is not a tantrum, but just so you know. And then he replied also again, I hope you're not trying to have Darth Rolik remove the Duncan arc from Soyuzmultfilm versus non-Disney villains. It would be a pity if this arc gets out. And I replied, no, I only explain things of what's happened. The person I know that don't like it is Mirror Fullerton. I do agree with him that the story arc just doesn't fit in Soyuzmultfilm versus non-Disney villains. And he did saw your rematch of Duncan versus Amon, and he felt... Oh, sorry. He felt it was downright insulting and said, rest assured that if non-Disney versus Worst Villains was ever made, he will never use Duncan nor Total Drama. And he replies geez, Miro, just because I didn't know what were the qualities of a villain, he just makes a fuss out of it? And he was hoping he would stop this, and I told him, he just felt like you didn't learn anything from that rant of his. But I did show him the message board we both talked about. Although I probably forgot to show him, make a window for that. And he said this, I mean, I did not want to force anyone. I just thought it wouldn't be much of a problem to... I wrote him a comment in his Sick of Duncan blog, so to put an end to the struggle. And, man, he's been posting too many comments about this. I didn't want to start a war with him. How many times do I have to tell him that I only made Duncan versus Amon rematch because a quality I found in him is that he's not the kind of character who just leaves things be. He is vengeful, and he is the kind of person, the kind of guy who would plot things to get revenge on people who attacked him or didn't listen to him. He's a school bully. He would take a petty vengeance at times. In Total Drama, that is. He says, again, I didn't mean to do a stupid war with Miru. I just want him to understand I can't be the only one doing this kind of secondary characters aside from all the times I didn't kill off Duncan or Scar off because they were my favorite villains. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, I agree that people can be free to decide what's best for characters. Even Maru agrees that secondary characters can be major players, but he doesn't agree about Duncan. And I want to complain about the whole thing, and then he wrote him a blog on Tamira Fullerton's wiki page. He made a message board that says, I am sick of the whole problem. And he said, since I want to resolve things with you instead of escalating things, I think it's better to discuss things instead of doing nothing more than squabbles. When I made when I had my reason why Duncan is my favorite, I never understood what were the qualities of a villain, and thanks to this video, which is this commentary on Disney Villains War, of course. Well, actually, the first part, not the second part of this commentary. I finally understood what it means when a character has qualities. The point is the following: I never forced anyone to put Duncan as a major player. I never asked people to do what I say or to obey me like if I was some kind of king. But the only thing I ask is to have people use their, personal imagination and blah blah blah. And Mirror Fullerton replied, "Okay, good that you understand, and I'm sorry for accusing you." And Zario said, "It's okay." And the reason I made Duncan vs. Amon rematch is not only because I didn't understand why you were satisfied by the fight, but also because a quality that Duncan has is that he is very vengeful and blah blah blah. And he's an example of that. So yeah, the whole squabble thing is over, kind of thing. So it's all patched things up. So now that I talked about that part, and let's get this going. So now we go to the first fight is the Sea Witch from that anime Little Mermaid versus Kind Eh? That's literally what he's named. Kind Eh? Like meh? It has E-H, like eh? Weird name. So Kind Eh meets up with the Sea Witch, who wants her to make him the most powerful being in the ocean. Yeah, there's her. And okay, the weird thing is he changes his faces at times. Like, what the heck? That just kind of weirded me out a bit. And okay, where'd he get the pipe? And so the Sea Witch refuses because she's the one who should be powerful. And yeah, a fight goes on. Not many people have seen the anime of The Little Mermaid. I'll leave the link down below to that review. Okay, that's... Did he have his head switched? That's just kind of creepy. So what is Kind Eh? Is he like a shape-shifting mask dude? Hold on. Well, that just came out of nowhere. Interesting using the Disney footage, but... So... Yeah, Kind Eh wins. Yeah, he's a skull. Okay, now for the next fight is King Boo Boo versus the Tiger. That's just it, the Tiger. So the two hyenas, Tom and Tap, well, yeah, they're basically the Jasper and Horace, or Harry and Marv of Kimba the White Lion series. It's just a weird comparison. Run into the territory of this tiger, and then he attacks them. I think I've seen this sword before, but that was a very long time. Brave Man's Heart. I tried to look for that video, but it's been forever. I think there was like people in that film. Like, hey, what are you doing about territory, punk? I think I like this fight because it's basically a fight between a tiger and a lion. Okay, it's funny. Actually, in the description, he says, but the hyenas lead him to a boo-boo trap. Why not boo-boo territory? But saying the boo-boo trap is kind of silly. It's kind of, immature, but it's kind of funny just hearing that. And now he's the one. Now Boo-boo's got the boo-boo. Oh, I got the boo-boo. It's like, seriously? Just thought of me what the tiger would say if he would talk. Although I try to rewind, I try to look for that that Soyuzmultfilm cartoon, Brave Man's Heart. Just to leave the link, I'll probably go back to looking for that again. Oh, and King Boo Boo wins. Again, I like this fight basically because it's a battle between a lion and a tiger. And now for the next fight is... Oh, what was the whole thing? Okay, the Nightingale Robert and the Mongols versus Necron. So on our way to the conquest of Europe, these Mongols have run into the territory of Necron. Also, it's made by this username, made by Scatterbrain Studios. Interesting name for it to be a user, but okay. So they thought they could, like, rob the place or, to invade it, until they run into these subhumans. Which is interesting. You got the Mongols fighting against these cavemen dudes. The Neanderthals, I mean. Now we're getting a fight, but actually, hold on. One thing I noticed is that it lets the subtitles. Although, yeah, it says Wondershare. So, here's what he says. It says, okay, let's check how strong your legs are. I know that was just an editing error, but, he just wants to see how strong Necron's legs are? Okay. I mean, yeah, there are some strong legs, but why just strong legs? Like, it's just a little weird, because I know it's an editing error, because it's from a movie, from something. But I'm just saying, it'd be weird if he actually did say that to Necron. Oh, Targaryen snake just managed to slice him up. So yeah, the Mongols win. And next fight is King Piccolo and Cell versus Madame Droop. So Cell and King Piccolo were staying at the... Well, actually they're in Vietnam. Oh, it's none of us Asia. They're staying at the huge castle of the witch Madame Droop. And Piccolo demands the return of these pearls. Pearls? Okay, again, I've still not seen Dragon Ball Z series. But what's with the pearls? So she's like, no way, they're my pearls. Get your own. I forgot the name of that cartoon she's from. I think it was in a Russian cartoon that I founded. I think she was dealing with this wizard who was doing like chess and did the whole challenge thing. I think it has to climb all the way to the mountain. It's kind of funny. You got Dragon Ball villains fighting against chickens. And then dogs. I don't know why, but it's just kind of silly when you think about it to me. And dogs. Chickens and dogs. Oh, okay. And, the poor dogs. You know, wait for me, dudes. Okay, now they're gonna deal with the dragon, Lord Dragon. Although I think there were more than just chickens and dogs in this one. I think there were other henchmen that Madame Drood has, or Lord Dragon has. It's like, I kick you right in the curb. I think that thing is Cell. It's like, oh no, not the tail! And yeah, I've always seen Zario's videos about this dude doing that kind of thing, and it's kind of creepy seeing that. Woo! Give a little smirk. So now King Piccolo and Cell wins. Oh, that gotta hurt. Dismembered his own arm. Oh, skipping that whole thing. So yeah, those two win. And now we go for the next fight is Nagito. Hold on. Nagito Komode versus Irada. So considering that Duncan is still weak, then the Serpent Sorcerer decided to send Irada to seduce him? I'm not sure if Duncan would be into these kinds of women. Also, that was a long video. I'm almost to the end. So see you guys in the next part of this commentary.